King's just capitalizing so hard on every hit. And okay, but anyway.
Peach versus Sheik. I think this is pretty much a dead even matchup. I think stage plays a big part in it. Obviously, this is going to be Sheik's best stage, I think, versus Peach. And FD would be Peach's best stage in this matchup. I feel like a lot of like the combos and punishes that Sheik have. Yeah, those cross cancel there was really good.
I don't like what CAUP is doing during Harriet's invincibility, jumping off stage with his double jump.
Yeah, I mean going off stage
and floating really low.
Yeah. Man, that was almost really bad. Yeah, I can definitely see that. You definitely don't want to put yourself in such like a dangerous situation.
Right.
I like doing a little double jump waveland on the platform just because you can do that, and then as soon as they try to approach you, you can do an air dodge, and you can use the platform to do a slip off after the air dodge.
Right.
And it actually helps you stay away from them for a pretty long time. Harry was able to clean out that stock pretty well. That was bad. Definitely too close and not crispy enough on that nair. Got shield grab for free pretty much. Harriet, I haven't seen her use the platforms that much. Usually she's just like camping platform and shield dropping like there. I haven't seen her do it much up until that point though.
I feel like CAUP was sort of giving Harriet the stage there when he could have been putting a little more pressure.
Do you feel that this matchup is relatively even?
I do. I kind of go back and forth. I kind of think if Sheik plays really safe and camps and stays back, I think it can be really hard for Peach to catch her platform movement.
I think it's really tough for Peach if Sheik has established a lead and you're forced to approach Sheik. I just think she controls her own space like so well with auto cancel fair that it's just really, really difficult for her. It's difficult for Peach to establish any sort of initiative, right? Once you get past that, you know, Peach starts to find a lot of stuff that she can do, put herself in advantageous positions. But getting that like first opening is really difficult.
Great
really
catch.
good. Yeah, kind of dashed forward, wave dash back to bait out the roll, and then got down smash, another down smash for free. Again, it's just like really, really safe. Even though like Harriet is throwing out like forward airs like in Peach's face, Peach can't really do anything because of the auto cancel.
Oh, wow. Such a quick ledge grab.
Yeah, I like that. He's doing the wave dash off and then fast falling like for those like few frames to be able to like, grab ledge as quickly as possible. And that right there, I think is I think one of the like hardest things to deal with. I think getting grabbed as Peach against Sheik is just so frustrating because it's so free. That was really weird. I don't know how. I mean, did she use the first hop and end up underneath Battlefield on accident, I guess?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there.
Down throw into whatever with Sheik is just really annoying. It's so free at every single percent with Peach. There's just no way out of it. You just get hit every time.
Right. Something else that I think puts this slightly in Sheik's favor is Sheik has a lot of guaranteed punishes at any percent, whereas Peach's punish game, she kind of has to react based on the percent, and a lot of times she can't get follow-ups.
Yeah, for sure.
At certain percents.
Definitely at higher percents if you're like hitting them cross stage. Peach doesn't have like the follow-up, whereas Sheik definitely can.
Right.
You can just dash forward and then like turn around and back air. Back air is just so much range. Ooh. Definitely hit a panic button there on that down smash that got punished. Oh.
It was a really risky fair, but it worked out for Harriet.
It did. This is really, really rough. Also, exactly 118%. This is crazy. This is the most even Peach Sheik I've seen. And this is so tough because this is, again, like that situation where it's so hard to encroach on Sheik's territory. And you see Harriet using the platforms really, really well, shooting needles, maintaining stage control via needle on the platform. Oh, but the shield poke.
Shield poke.
You go for that a lot as Peach. But it rarely works versus Sheik. Sheik has like the best shield in the game. You rarely get shield pokes like that.
You get them a little more often when Sheik is facing away from you, like what happened there. So that was unfortunate for Harriet.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the shield was a little bit low still. Harriet had used her shield a little bit beforehand, so it was a little bit lower than like normal. But Even so, I feel like I've gone back-to-back down smashes on Sheik shield, and I still won't shield poke.
Yeah, I know the struggle.
But CAUP ends up clutching it out pretty well.
So I unwittingly was training CAUP for this matchup earlier. We were playing Peach Sheik for like an hour before this.
Oh,
and
wow.
I actually, even though I live with Harry, I haven't been playing Peach Sheik with her in the past couple weeks.
People
so
always
she might be a
think,
little rusty.
oh, you live with like X player. You guys must play Smash Bros all the time. Nah.
Oh no, we rarely play. No.
It's the same thing with everyone in my house.
Well, we rarely play our mains.
Fair.
Yeah.
Like we honestly just don't even play that much Smash Bros. But
yeah,
I mean, Mike and I'm half retired, half not retired.
Mm-hmm.
Mike G is fully retired. David doesn't really play much anymore. Patrick is the only one that really plays, but he knows that we don't play that much, so we just don't play with him, and he works all the time. So getting to the match, though, wait. It's
CAUP got a great punish on the first stock.
Yeah.
Caught Harry's double jump.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely GG. If you catch the double jump there and they're forced into vanish early like that, it's definitely really easy for Sheik to get there. I like that down tilt.
Yeah, that was great.
I feel like almost like in Street Fighter, like how you see people use crouching roundhouse as like an anti-air. I feel like Sheik's down tilt kind of works in that regard. It's it's a really good anti-air because Sheik has such a low profile from her crouch.
Right, often Peach's hitbox ends before it reaches Sheik's crouch.
Exactly, and then not only that, but like you maintain that really low profile during the down tilt as well.
Right.
I like that crouch cancel and then dash forward into the punish. CAUP decided to counterpick Yoshi's, Harriet did, which I have mixed feelings about. Probably just should have gone back to Battlefield, honestly, but I definitely can understand the sentiment of not wanting to go back to a stage you lost on. With that being said,
or Stadium.
I feel like Peach definitely benefits a lot more from having giving Sheik less stage to work with. And just in general, Peach, I think, performs better in close quarters. Some matchups, obviously not, because you want like space to pull turnips. But like you're going to be able to pull turnips against Sheik. Sheik doesn't necessarily threaten turnip pulls as hard as like other characters do. And even so, they're not like as critical in this matchup as opposed to like other matchups. Obviously, you need them, but like versus Marth, you need a turnip in your hand at all times, right?
Right, exactly.
And Sheik, you can play your neutral game without turnips for, brief spurts.
Right.
Wasn't quick enough on. I like that. I love using Toad just as that little bit of a float.
That little stall.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a tiny little stall. It gives you like a tiny bit of height. Harriet's really good at that. That's one of the that's one of like the really big problems like we were talking about with down smash not hitting on shield very well, or not shield poking. She can wave dash out and grab.
So Harry's playing really strong. Despite losing the first stock really early, she's brought it back.
Yeah, she has definitely done really good considering that she lost that first stock. Really,
no.
CAUP used his double jump in order to get that back air, but used the double jump too early during the double jump.
So Harry has a really strong punish game in this matchup, and I think she chose Yoshi's to capitalize on that.
I can see that as well.
She can take stocks really quickly, whereas Peach.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And you also have guaranteed kill combo.
She might have been getting a little frustrated with the survivability of Peach on Battlefield 2, which is why she chose a small stage. She just wanted to end the stocks early.
I could see that, but I feel like edge guarding.
Peach can dominate the stage on Yoshi's a lot and make things very difficult for Sheik. And she can get edge guarded at really low percents on Yoshi's because she gets knocked off so early.
But I think people overestimate that extra survivability that Peach has sometimes because maybe Sheik isn't as good at like completing the edge guard. I feel like it's just neutral is sometimes a bigger problem.
Right.
But I mean, Peach could get edge guarded by a lot of different characters. It's really difficult for Peach to get past.
I do think Sheik has one of the better edge guards versus Peach.
Back air is just so good.
Right.
It's so like there's so much range on it.
Sheik, Marth, and to some extent Falcon, I feel like have the best time edge guarding Peach. As good a time as you can have edge guarding Peach.
That down tilt upper would have killed on any other stage. I actually really like that. Against fast fallers, I go for that shoulder pad up smash on them. Kills underneath 100 on Yoshi's and FD. CAUP taking the first stock, though. I've always had mixed feelings about this stage as a Peach player. I actually want to hear your opinion on it, what you think about this stage for Peach.
I think this is actually, this and Battlefield are the most neutral stages in my opinion.
Really?
For Peach, yeah.
The most neutral stages?
Yeah. I think Peach doesn't have great stages, but she has okay to neutral stages in this matchup.
In this matchup, yes.
Yeah. I don't think the stages like matter as much in this matchup as others actually, except for Stadium. I just never really liked Stadium.
I mean, Stadium is just stupid. It's just jank.
Yeah.
It's like Stadium is just like it should have been banned along with the rest of the stages like Brinstar.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
at that time. I think it's only a matter of time before.
Or at least bring back Mute City if you're gonna have a Stadium.
Mute City is awful. Don't even get me started on that. I mean, if I had to make a choice,
for
like
Peach though, Peach gets such a buff from Mute City.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's incredible.
I can't do it though.
Peach is unbeatable on Mute City.
I don't know about all of that. She's still a character with certain flaws, right?
Not on Mute City.
Not on Mute
She's
City,
flawless.
okay. Yeah, what happens when freaking Captain Falcon comes screaming down the track and just freaking drives into your ass? Yeah, where's your stage advantage now?
She can float. It's the only character that can
For
float.
4 seconds.
Yeah.
And then
It's
it's
long
gone.
enough. Okay, anyway.
Anyway. Getting away from BS stages. Oh, those deals were really good.
Harriet doing a little better punishing the down smash on shield.
I really like that. Harriet, she went on the platform and went for the straight needles on the platform, recognizing CAUP's float height there. I just think it was really good awareness, especially considering CAUP was like in the bubble at that point.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh, wow. I don't think CAUP was...
How did CAUP even lose his double jump? What even happened there?
I don't know. I feel like CAUP wasn't expecting the first hop advantage to grab the ledge like that. I'm not sure exactly what he was expecting.
CAUP has been doing some bold edge guards tonight. I saw in his set versus focus. So.
I like it. I think against Sheik, you sometimes have to go for aggressive edge guards like that.
But don't use your double jump though.
Yeah. Not if they don't use your double jump if they can get to the ledge on the first puff advantage, right? I like aggressive edge guards. I like edge guards that go for hitting Sheik out of the first hop of up B.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's like, what, like 14 frames or something like that they're vulnerable during the startup.
You can float really safely just past the ledge and threaten with Bear. And that can often catch Sheik on her initiation of the up B.
Yes. And I feel like CAUP was probably trying to go for something like that. Oh, I like that slip off.
Yeah.
The weak bear or the nair into the slip off.
Yeah, see, I don't like these drop zone bears that he's doing. He was doing that versus focus as well, and it really wasn't working out for him.
And this is tough. As good as Peach's punish game can be versus Sheik, it's not the kind that I feel comfortable. Oh, wow.
Great reversal, yeah.
Like, people talk about the punish game Peach versus Sheik. Very rarely do you just see Peach blow up a stock 0 to death against Sheik, though.
Right.
I feel like the punish game is a little bit overstated, especially when you compare to Fox and Falco, who, like, if you're a really good Peach player, you can get really consistent 0 to deaths versus them, right?
Right. Yeah, the punishes versus Sheik I feel like are just very situational. And you can get 0 to death sometimes if Sheik happens to be in the right part of the stage and the right percent.
Well, I like that. He threw the turnip knowing that it was going to bounce off the ledge and try to catch a Harriet when she was off stage. It got him back on the stage pretty safely, so I'm going to call that a win.
How do you feel about this stage in the matchup?
I was honestly going to say, I would say this stage is probably the more neutral of the Peach's stages versus Sheik. I feel like needles are less strong on this stage, especially when the platforms are low, because the whole point is that, like, Peach doesn't have a good way of getting up to platforms quickly compared to other characters who have really, like, high vertical acceleration. And then, you know, Peach is relatively safe because you can't, like, go underneath and threaten with a lot of stuff. But also when the platforms are low, you can't really just shoot out needles for free. You can throw out, like, any one of, like, Peach's normals, and they're going to hit Sheik at that point. I just, you know, we were talking about stages. I honestly feel like overall Dreamland is just Peach's worst stage against almost
Really?
every character.
Oh, interesting.
It's
Peach's worst stage?
Peach's worst stage, yes.
Wow.
I feel like the stage is too big and the platforms are too far spaced out for her to... oh, did he mean to throw it away like that? I wonder. I don't think Harriet is like... I don't think Harriet's that dangerous with turn-ups like that you would not want to at least try to hit with the Stitch. The reason why I think it's so bad, though, is that like a lot of characters can just run circles around Peach, and Peach doesn't have any viable way of like actually...
But I do feel like the spacing of the platforms on Dreamland is a little better than Battlefield. Battlefield, the platforms, I feel like they're closer together, and the top platform is almost just as high, I think.
No, Battlefield platform is higher, I think, than actually top platform of Dreamland. The difference, though, is that you can actually get to the side platforms relatively easily, though, compared to Dreamland. And it's just like, yeah, even if the top platform of Dreamland is a little bit lower than what the top platform is on Battlefield, like, you're still taking an hour to get there with your slow double jump, right?
Right.
So I just think it's kind of a moot point. And then, like, the side platforms are even more difficult to get to. It's just, I don't know, it's just really difficult. I think because Peach is so slow in the air, that it just makes it too difficult for her to catch anyone on Dreamland specifically. If people don't platform camp, I think it's a good stage, but everybody platform camps now. It's just too good of a strategy. It's like what you need to do against Peach on those stages, and when you do, it's really difficult to get around. I think you've seen another example of that is SFAT versus Hungrybox on Dreamland. You'll see Hungrybox struggling to even like hit SFAT when he goes on that stage.
Seems like CAUP doesn't really know the timing of Sheik's at B and when to get up.
CAUP is really good at that turn-up drop out of shield into neutral air. He's been doing it a lot in the previous set and in this set as well. I think it's not easy to do. It's not like a movement that is that's trivial.
Yeah.
And also, not to mention that the hitbox for the turn-up is like slightly behind you, so it's really difficult. Okay, no, a little too high percent to get the up air. When you drop a turn-up, the hitbox is like slightly behind you. It's difficult to find a situation where the turn-up drop will actually hit them. And CAUP has brought this back pretty well. I felt like Harriet was in control for a while, and now CAUP has brought it back to relatively even. I think he messed up. I don't think he should have done down air there at all. The crouch cancel was too easy.
Yeah, CAUP's use of down air is really interesting. I don't see many Peaches use that against Sheik.
I like to use down air in this matchup, in a lot of matchups in general. Once you get them to like roll or just like block in general, you use down air to shield poke. Once you like get them to shield, that's when you start throwing out down air. That's when I think it's strongest. Ooh.
Oh.
Again, I don't think CAUP was expecting Harriet to be able to make it on the first top.
Oh, great call out.
Yeah, that was a really early back air.
Yeah.
I think Harriet probably went for the double jump fair. I think that's what she was trying to go for, but CAUP just kind of read that double jump in and just back aired immediately. Please don't switch. Don't do this. I don't know nowadays, man. I never know. Like they might actually be crazy. Who knows? Yeah.
We still play a 15-year-old children's party game.
It's true.
Does that justify crazy?
It's the definition. Okay, so kind of
I think this is the right choice for Harriet.
Yeah. It's not the worst.
It's really hard to get Sheik off stage here, and Sheik benefits from the early kills off the top, and
yeah,
Peach has a really hard time killing off the side in this stage. She has to get Sheik to really high percent.
That's definitely true. Again, not having a top platform to contend with, I think, is a huge deal for Peach, so that's definitely a plus for her.
Yeah.
But you are right. I mean, Sheik is still going to be able to use the platforms really well, and those needles. CAUP was able to make it back, but I really dislike that super early up B, or the up B that was just like right by the ledge. I feel like Harriet,
Harriet could have reacted and fared that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think CAUP kind of got away with that one, honestly.
Oh, great spacing.
Yep. And okay, so right there, that's when you start down airing. they're stuck in shield. You know they're going to stay in shield and wait to block something, and you do a really float down air, and you just get the shield poke off of it. If not, you just hit their shield like 6 times, you know? Still a win-win.
I'd like to see a little more crouch canceling from CAUP, especially at low percents.
It's scary. I can definitely see why he wouldn't want
Yeah.
to, because, well, that one was really good. Crouch canceling the down smash into dash forward grab, but you start crouch canceling too much, and then that's when Harriet's going to start throwing out a lot of fair, like really well-spaced fairs, and then all of a sudden you're caught crouch canceling, trying to punish, and then you get faired again, then you try to crouch cancel again. All of a sudden you've eaten 3 fairs just because you went for the crouch cancel once. You just kind of get stuck in that vortex almost, you know?
Right. You have to do the crouch cancel at least a little bit so they respect your space.
Exactly,
Right.
but it's definitely not something that you can spam in like other like in other
yeah.
matchups. And Harry's just always been really good with needles. Oh, that's
Opportunity. Oh.
yeah, that was scary for sure. I always expected Harry just to go for more needles. Honestly, just keep trying to do hop single needle. And oh wow, caught that needle went really, really deep and caught CAUP out of like a really low float. It was a really good idea. He was just like, okay, I've been using these high floats and I've been getting, you know, shot down by needle a lot. Let me go down lower and try to start my float there and cover more distance with that and use my double jump later. It was a good idea, but Harry was ready for it and just like perfectly positioned that needle.
Oh, great platform movement.
Man, and that's the problem right there as well. Oh, kept his float though. That was really good, but couldn't stall it out long enough. And that's done.
Harriet's feeling confident.
Yeah, she's always feeling confident. What else is
You're
new?
right. You're right.
She just I kind of wish I had her mentality, honestly. That kind of confidence is admirable for sure.
She's a fighter for sure.
It's odd because it's like normally I would say that kind of confidence like goes like towards arrogance, and that's actually detrimental. But I feel like for Harriet,
I think it's necessary to a certain degree for this game.
I mean, you have to have the confidence to know that you can win any match, while the humility to understand that you can potentially lose any match, right? And you just have to have...
It's a delicate balance.
It really is, honestly. But for Harriet, I feel like there is no balance, and somehow it works well for her. Because even...
I think Harriet likes to make it seem like she can never lose, but I think she understands, and she does have that balance in it. Yeah, her mentality is really strong. I think it's one of the best aspects of her gameplay.
Yeah, it's, you know, what it is, the way I look at it, the way I notice it with Harriet is that, and by the way, this is 3 stocks to 1, so I really feel like, you know, Harriet's probably going to take this.
Right.
It's like, even when Harriet does lose, like, she does it, like, it's not like that arrogance, like, goes away. Like, she doesn't even, like, think that, like, oh, her hubris got like the better of her or anything like that. Right. She's just like, wow, I lost to Sheik. Sheik is so broken. And then she is going to like go back into like the next match and just be like totally confident again.
Right.
Like it does like a loss just like doesn't like slow her down, and it doesn't stop her from improving either. Like for as confident and arrogant as she is, she puts in the hours to back it up.
She does. She really does.
She's really a grinder when it comes to Melee. It's really admirable that she does work so hard. Definitely not something I can do nowadays, for sure.
Something few Peach mains can attest to, I think.
It's
the grind.
I can't. I mean, I used to be part of that grind, but just not anymore.
Yeah.
It's just too damn long. And yeah, that's it. Jab forward airs at that percent is just unavoidable, honestly.